We're joined now by Kevin Garinger. He is not only the president of the Humboldt Broncos, he also billeted one of the players who died in the crash, Conner Lukan, and he joins me now. Thank you so much, Kevin, for being with us. I think the whole country is feeling your pain today. How are you doing? How are the people of Humboldt doing?
Thank you. The people of Humboldt were of course still reeling from this tragedy. We're working to band together and come together, and tonight of course is going to be a very important night at the vigil, an opportunity for us to lean on each other as a community, to be able to take that opportunity to talk about the experiences and the wonderful times that we've had, to do that in this rink where our beloved Broncos played, and our coaches coached, and our trainers trained, and our statisticians did that work. And of course, just above me here is the sound booth where Tyler Bieber would have broadcasted our games and stuff like that over our local radio stations. So that'll be a very important night. It'll be an opportunity, I think, to continue the healing process. We recognize that the greatest healer, of course, is going to be time, and that's a ways away, of course, in terms of trying to come to grips with still just an unimaginable tragedy.
I'm imagining you making lots of hard calls over the last 24 hours, but you actually billeted one of these young players and learned that he died, Conner Lukan. I mean, he's almost like a member of your family, is he not? What has that loss been like, and what has it been like having to tell his parents or talk to his parents about this?
First of all, I want to recognize that I represent every one of the athletes and coaching staff and support staff that are part of this organization, and so I just want to acknowledge every one of them, all 15, including our bus driver who passed away, and of course the 14 who are remaining in some very, very serious condition. Conner was one of our billets. We also had, for a while, we had Ryan as well at our house. And Conner was, Conner's mom and dad, I talked to them on Friday, of course, right away in the evening to let them know that something had happened. There was a bus accident. I didn't have any information. I was trying to make phone calls to our kids. I was trying to make phone calls to our coaches. I called people in our organization. I was in Edmonton dealing with a family matter there, and so I got a call from one of the members of our board who indicated that they'd heard something had happened, and had I heard anything as the president, and I hadn't. So I started making calls, and it was when I then called NIPWIN and their president that the information came to me, and then we began the process, of course, and my board supported me back here to connect with the parents and to let everyone know that there had been an accident. We didn't know how serious at that time, and of course I reached out to Conner's dad. Lauren Lukan, of course, called me, and I was in conversation with him multiple times throughout the evening until it was late in the night that we, of course, found out, and I talked to Conner's dad and mom, found out that Conner had, in fact, passed away.
You must have seen him Friday.
To go home.
Yeah, you must have seen him Friday morning. He was heading off to the semifinals. They all had their hair dyed blonde. No. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I didn't see him on Friday because I actually was in Edmonton. So we had taken off Thursday. We had a family emergency in Edmonton that I was attending to. So when they left to go on the bus, I wasn't at home. But I mean, I saw him on Thursday, and of course, we always had a fist pump, and talked a little bit about the game, and I made sure I gave him that, and then of course texted him prior to the game, and one of the last things we talked about via text was I said, hey Conner, we're not done yet. And he said, "We're not done yet," with an exclamation mark. And he said, "Thanks," because I said, "Give her tonight." And he said, "Thanks, we will." So,
well, they lived great lives, and
never expected to come home to what we have, but
they lived very short but wonderful lives, and they had the support of the city behind them. There are many more who are still in trouble. I can't even imagine. We've got to move on, but I'm so appreciative of you, and you've got a big evening ahead of you tonight, and the hearts of Canadians are going out to your city, so, and your team. Thank you so much, Kevin, for sharing this with us today.
Yeah, thank you, and certainly we will continue our work here to support our families and our billet families, and of course all those who have been impacted by this tragedy. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Kevin. Thank you. Kevin Garinger is the president of the Humboldt Broncos.